she still has all 5 of the soft paws from her previous groom still on her claws, but you can see they've grown out considerably. She has these put on about every 4 to 5 weeks. But you can see there's a lot of space between the base of the nail bed and where the cap starts right here. And you want to have probably about half that space when you put a new soft paw cap on or any vinyl nail cap. You want to leave it a little bit of room for the claw to retract comfortably. As you can see, it's retracted comfortably and there's still a lot of space. What a good girl. Those eyes are so big. You're okay. You're okay. We're not sure about the cat that you're working with, whether they're going to get upset with you handling the paws, because they can sometimes. It's a very delicate part of the body and there's a lot of nerve endings. I like to take the towel between the cat's face and my hand. That way if it turns to bite, it's likely going to get the towel a lot faster than me. And this paw has all of them on these 4 digits and it's only missing the dew claw. So chances are the dew claw, it might not have adhered very well, because this typically won't fall off, in my experience, as fast because it doesn't get used as much. But it just depends. It could have not adhered well. The kitty could have been messing with it. There's a lot of different factors. So we're just going to trim the very tip of that one off so that we leave plenty of space for the cap to adhere to. And we're going to clip and push. Need a little more. Good baby. There we go. And sometimes you won't have to clip any more of the nail. Sometimes you need to clip just a little bit and get that sheath up underneath, all those little pieces cleaned out of there. And the same thing on this one. I use my fingernail just to clean up underneath, make sure there's not any shredded claw. These little sheaths are meant to come off. We can trim that just a little. Good. And one more. Good job. You take your cap, you take your glue with the tip on, put that in the cap and you give it a little squeeze, and you want to fill it about 1/3 of the way full. You don't want it so full that the glue is going to spill out the side and get all over the cat's fur and claws and paw pads and between the toes. You don't want to glue your fingers together. So just a little goes a long way. What you're going to do once you apply the cap is you're going to give it a little squeeze, and that's going to help the glue distribute over the claw. So the kitty is being so great and sitting in my lap right now. If you're working with a kitty that's not quite so patient, you might want to keep them wrapped up in the towel, but she's doing really great. So I've got 5 filled already. I'm going to go ahead and fill the other 5. It is okay to fill all of the caps before, at one time. It's not going to dry, the glue won't dry out, and it's much better than putting glue in, putting a cap on, and glue it in another one, putting the cap on. A cat's not going to be very patient for you to do that about 10 times. 18 if you're doing the back ones as well. So I like to fill all the caps at one time, have them laid out, ready to go. And filling them with a little bit of glue all at the same time also gives me a chance to look at the caps and see what the sizes are, see where the variations are, where some might be a little smaller, some might be a little bigger. And I've already trimmed her claws, so I'm aware of what her claws look like and whether she has a lot of variation in her claws, because some cats will. Some claws will be very small and some will be a lot bigger. And some will have a very long quick, which will make the nail wider. So there's a lot of variables to take into account. Typically the dew claw will be a little bit smaller in my experience, but that's not always the case. There's always exceptions. So you want to take the claw, you want to extend it with your finger on the paw pad, your thumb on the top, or however it's most comfortable for you to extend that claw. Make sure that the fur is away. Take your cap and slide it on. Give it a little squeeze very lightly. Cats can be really sensitive for that part. And if there's any glue coming out, be sure and wipe that away. When I let go, make sure that claw can retract okay. There's still plenty of space between the cap and the nail bed. As I mentioned at the beginning, that's about half the space that was there with the old set. So that's how much she had grown out. So this is nice and comfortable. It's on there very well. So we're going to do the other ones. Put the cap on. Give it a little squeeze. Make sure there's no glue. And same thing with the next one. Little squeeze. Good. And another one. Little squeeze. Plenty of space between the cap and the nail bed. And our last little one over here. Good job. I think that's a little too big. Let's see. Excellent. Give it a little squeeze. And look at those pretty little purple claws. You're so beautiful. Okay, Piper, we're going to turn a little bit. I'm going to do these. Good girl. I do typically like to start with the dew claw just because that tends to be the hardest one to do, and the cats will resist it. So before I get them all frustrated because I've done the other ones, I want to get that one out of the way. So I make sure I get it. That cap on. A little bit of glue out the bottom of that one. Good job. Put the cap on, slide it on there. Good job. Let's do, oh, we still have a little nail sheath. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. And that you can just pull right off, blow it away. Remember, be very quiet when you blow. You don't want to blow hard to scare the cat. Yeah, like that one. Let it on, give it a squeeze. Slide that on and give it a squeeze. And now Miss Piper has her pretty little purple claws on. Her little cap. So she won't do any damage to her mom's furniture or rug or skin. And she looks really, really pretty. Good job, baby. And that's how you apply soft paws. It's a wonderful alternative to declawing. It can protect your items and your being, and they look really great. Thanks, sweetie. You're so pretty, Piper, with your pretty little purple claws. Thanks, Piper. You're so sweet. I love you. Thanks, Piper. And I want to go ahead and put a little bit of glue. Oh, careful. He's so sweet. A little bit of glue in each of the caps. So I'm going to squeeze just a little bit. You are the sweetest. Okay, Jay's basically the best cat in the whole wide world. Alright, so we get all the extra stuff out of the way, and I'm going to put just a little bit of glue in the caps. And I say a little bit because that's really all that you need.
Probably get it wrong much as I get it right, but I got it right, woman, when I caught your eye.
A little bit off the end, and a lot of times that's enough, and it'll pop right off. If it's not, I can trim a little bit more. So we're going to take it and we're going to clip just the end off. Oh, there we go. Just the end off. We're going to take our finger and see if we can push that off. I'm going to have to take a little bit more. There we go. And it should come right off. And sometimes they won't. Thankfully, this sweet kitty is very patient. I had to cut quite a bit of that one.